Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. Before I start the video, I do want to say please like, subscribe, and comment. If you want to join the Patreon, please join at patreon.com/but I'm not a trader. Um, I'm going to just get through the video really quickly. As of right now, things are extremely bullish, which is absolutely insane. And I'm happy about, unfortunately, I had some Tesla calls. I had some 230 Tesla calls that I bought last week and actually sold before CPI, which I'm super regretting right now because I wanted to offload risk. And Tesla just absolutely skyrocketed, right? And I actually ended up buying them again on the day of, right? So I ended up making, I think I only made like 14K, which I'm very upset about because those same calls right now are worth about 60 grand, probably higher than that actually. So I'm really upset that I got out of those. The only one that I can see matching Tesla right now that hasn't moved too much is Rivian. So I have been looking at Rivian calls for towards the upside, especially after this daily close, right? But the only thing that's keeping me from buying calls right now is SPX and the Nasdaq actually hitting major weekly resistance and major trend, right? So at channel level right now, where we are, you're at channel trend, right? And this is a channel that's been going on this is a brand new channel, right? But essentially it's just a clone of the previous channel that we had. And you did break every single form of trend. So overall, I am 100% bullish, right? Like this thing can keep going. Like this thing is like, super insane. It can keep running super hard. But I do expect us to have some sort of retrace. And I think that's going to happen today. I think today is the start of the retrace. I think we're going to start going to either 440 or 421 or 426. I don't know, somewhere around this range. I'm not really sure. We have so much strength right now, right? There's so much strength in the market, and we just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, which is wild, right? But there is no reason for me to not short at open, at least for a bit longer, right? We're on that 4 hour bear trigger anyways. But again, you're hitting that second channel on the Nasdaq as well, and but you are above you did break resistance on the Nasdaq, which is, see, it's kind of difficult right now just because everything is so bullish. But again, there's no reason for me to not take the short, right? Like there's absolutely no reason. The smart thing to do is to short right here, right at channel trend, right? And the short would be right there. Literally just, it's very simple, right? Literally right there, possibly down to previous trend, and then you would rank this up a little bit. Whoops. You would take this up to maybe like there, right? Like if you end up getting like if you end up having stops, you literally have stops like a little bit above that trend, right? So if those stops, if you get alerted here, if you break out of this, right, then you got to get out of your shorts, right? Because obviously there's still power. You're going to keep pushing towards the upside, right? But there's no reason to not short here, right? This is essentially a perfect short, a perfect trade to the low side, at least down to like a 15.5 on the Nasdaq, and on the SPX, at least, you are breaking out, which I get kind of worried here because you're breaking out, but I'm expecting this maybe to drop back down to like a 445. So there's no reason for anybody to not take this short down to like a 445, right? Absolutely no reason. And your short would essentially be this, right? You would essentially take the short here, set your stops probably above this like 4517 level, right? And then you would take it down to like, your first target would be 445, right? Essentially be 445. You drop down here. Maybe from here you push back up, but you would take profit right there. Do I have an alert? I'll add an alert just in case, because we need them. I need to make sure that all of these have alerts so that I know when they get hit. I'm surprised I don't have any alerts on my SPX. I'm using the right one. SPX, FXCM. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, so as of right now, whether or not we are so bullish, it's just a smart idea to short. So, as of today, this can probably still kind of hang out here, but, I am expecting, I am not expecting, but I am looking for a short here, right? And it's simply because we're on major channel level, right? And again, every single channel that you've hit, right? You hit channel, rejected, channel, right? Channel, rejected. And then again, this one actually broke completely crazy. But if you actually break this level, right, like completely break it, your next stop is like 460, right? Definitely 458, 460 is going to be your next stop. Do we get there? 100% we can't, right? But as of right now, there's no reason to not take the short to the low side. So I will be more than likely taking the short. I think I might take a long on SPXS. So I might just take this long here, right? And I might just do like just a regular swing trade towards the upside, right? I don't know if I want SPXX like a full trade or like a swing trade. So I might do like maybe like a 50K position on SPXS, or I might just do calls on this. I'm not sure, but the theta that it loses is extremely like is a lot, right? So I'm just trying to see, like, I'm just trying to gauge like what the best move is here, especially right, like, again, you're breaking lows on SPXS, which is again not very good, right? Like this, if I'm looking at this, right, this looks like you're going down to like a 1272 on SPXS, which means that SPX 500, you already broke that channel, right? Which means that this should keep pushing more to the upside, right? So this should break at least and hit 452 at least, right? And that's what we're trying to see if it's going to happen or not, because you know yeah, it's hard, man. Like right now, I can't say that we're going to 450, right? I can't say that you're going to 458 because you need an eight. I need at least an 8 hour candle to break above that 452, right? So again, right here, 8 hour candle broke. You kept running, you're probably gonna hit 452. So if anything, I'll probably add shorts at that 452 level, right? So I'll wait a little bit. If this gets hit, I mean, even right now to here is a good short. Either way, doesn't matter. It's just the dollar, right? So you can add your shorts right now. I'm gonna wait till market opens, obviously, because I'm gonna try this with options, but I'm already gonna be short. I'm gonna start opening shorts right now on forex. So I'm gonna start opening shorts, see where that takes us, eyeball it from there. But yeah, if there's any place to short, it's right now. Otherwise, if you have another 8 hour candle break to the upside above this resistance, you're probably going to 458. So it's just logical, right? It's just a logical thing to do right now. And then if you look at Apple, I think Apple would be a really good way of telling the market. Yeah. Also, if you want to do anything long gold, I thought we were going to retrace a little bit, but we didn't. You just kept pushing. So I am expecting gold to retrace a little bit because, look, you're already on that 4 hour, right? You're on that 4 hour. You might come back down here. Maybe I was a little bit late on this, but I think you're going to come back, retest this channel, and then push up. And that's when I'm going to long the F out of gold if everything still looks good, right? And you might see a pattern play out like this. Like the only pattern that I really use is going to be like an inverse head and shoulders, but that would work out, right? See, you might get a pattern similar. Like you might get an inverse head and shoulders. So you might start coming down from here, right? Retest this, like, what is it? This 19. Let me put an alert there. You might retest that, what, 19,44373 level. So you might retest that. Whoops. Yeah, so you might retest, come back, retest this level, and then I'd long here. I'd long gold for sure right here, and then take this to like a 2K. So we'll see. We'll see if that plays out. But I'm going to set my alerts there just in case. Yeah, SPX 500. It's looking like it, there's no reason for me to not short it. And again, you don't have to do this, right? Because I can always adjust and I can change my mind in like the next hour or two. But the 4 hour is bullish, on the daily, technically the dollar already broke major weekly support. So this looks like it's going to drop all the way down to like a 102, right? Which is kind of insane. And again, nobody should be like, if I had to like guess, like, you should not be shorting right now, right? Nobody. It's dangerous, right? Especially with all this power. But I'm taking a chance on that, on all those channels being hit and those like major resistance levels on the NASDAQ and SPX being hit. But again, if for some reason, right, we come back above 104.413 on the dollar, that's not a good sign, right? And you can see more of a push towards a downside on the stock market, right? Especially with such a huge run up, right? So the dollar, I think even now, I don't really think it's I don't know if it reacts really all that well to fibs. I haven't checked, but you are on a, what is it, 382 level on the dollar. So, I mean, I don't know what the reaction you typically use on the dollar for a 382. This looks like because this looks more like a 0.5, 0.6 retrace. Let me see. How does the dollar like to react? What about here? right? So here, this looks like a point 0.5. This one looks more like a 3, like a 3.8 right here. So this looks more like a 3.8 right here. This looks like no, that's a point 0.5 as well. So it does look like the dollar likes the point 0.5, right? It looks that point 0.5 retrace. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily look at the dollar being strong right now. Maybe stronger at around like a 103.48, which is going to be that 50 MA, right? See that 50 MA right there? So I look for maybe a more of a retrace sign on the dollar once this hits that 50 MA. If it hits this, maybe it's a really good time to get out of longs, and this will maybe push up back to around this resistance, and then maybe come back down or keep pushing up. But again, as of right now, go in this with a grain of salt, right? But we also have, I think, like PBI news or something and stuff. But as of right now, I am looking to short, short term, right? I don't know how far this is gonna drop, but I am looking to maybe short this back to like a 445, possibly to 440, 441. So we'll see where we are. I would not short anything else. Everything looks extremely strong, right? Even Apple right now. Apple, you already broke that 186, so more than likely you're gonna go to 190-ish on Apple, right? And you broke every single major channel, right? Every single major channel, right? Look at that, every single channel, and you actually had a perfect retest on channel, right? So you came up, came down, retested, and then you just completely exploded to the upside, right? So everything looks like it's gonna keep pushing towards like its next level, right? And if we look at every single like big tech company, watch, we'll go to NASDAQ. Tesla, I gotta probably put my support and resistance on Tesla, right? So Tesla can probably keep pushing all the way up to like 250 before it really sees any real rejection, right? Right, it can probably keep going to like around 250-ish before any real rejection. Apple, again, same with Apple. It can probably keep running to 189 without any real rejection. Nvidia is almost there. Nvidia can reject from this 503 level, right? Amazon can also keep pushing, right, towards like a 149 and 150. Microsoft can also keep pushing towards like a 375 level, but Microsoft is on a daily bear, which is weird. AMD already hit resistance at 122, so I definitely think about maybe shorting AMD back to like a 110, like a longer term short, right? I definitely would not be surprised, if AMD is starting to weaken right now. Let me see, where's the daily at? Did it already start creating on the daily? It's on, yeah. If it actually closes like a little bit under like right here, if it actually gives off, if AMD actually gives a little bit away from this, like I might actually end up, I like the short, right? I like this AMD short to the low side. I take that AMD short. Meta is on mid channel. Meta can push to like, Meta just kind of acts on its own. So I think Meta can probably keep going to 350, right? Or it can just retrace from here. But yeah, I'm just saying like, everything is looking like it's already starting to hit its peak, right? And as much as I want to keep longing, especially because, I'm super salty with those Tesla, right? I mean, I didn't make money. I made, like I told you guys, but it could have been so much more today, bro. I'm so upset. So salty. But as of right now, like I said, no reason to not short. I mean, if this, as far as just like a short-term trade, like I definitely maybe short this down to here. And if you get stopped at like, 452, then, that's it. You're not taking this short anymore, and you're going to run this all the way up to like a 458. But again, I usually look for 8-hour candle breaks above that resistance. So if we get an 8-hour candle break above this 452 and you close over this, like this, right? Look at this candle. Look how this closed, right? Generally, that gives me a really good idea that we're going to go to 458. But right now, you're on trend, right? You're on that weekly resistance of 452. You're about $1 away. You're already seeing some sort of rejection here, right? Which I'm not surprised about. So I would definitely take this short to the low side. And I'm probably going to end up getting some in the money SPXS calls and some AMD puts for like December 15th or something, just to see how it plays out. But I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.